Hey y'all. Happy Friday, TGIF. We lotion up these hands. Happy Friday, you guys. Y'all see the title? I'm going to give it a few minutes to, because YouTube sometimes has a little bit of a delay announcing that I am live. So I'm going to give it a few minutes just to allow people to come in. You guys see the title? I'm taking it there, y'all. It's going to get a little messy in this reading. But I want to get to the bottom of this. And I know y'all nosy too. And y'all want to know too. So come on in. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for subscribing. It's Lady Millionaire here. Thank you for watching the video and all that good stuff. So I hope everyone had a great year so far. I think this is my first live. Is this my first live of the year? I think it is. I think it's my first live for 2026. So welcome. For those of you that have subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for subscribing. And if you are new to the channel and you want to see more content like this on your favorite celebrities, go ahead and subscribe. So for today's reading, I was just making an observation. So two things that I wanted to discuss is, well, the first thing I wanted to get into is, oh my God, I keep putting in the wrong password for this. But the first thing that I wanted to get into is Shaunie ending, announcing that she is ending Basketball Wives. So Basketball Wives will be no more, which I wonder if the ladies kind of knew this ahead of time. Because, if you guys don't know, Evelyn Lozada has a podcast with her daughter. What's her daughter's name? Shanice. So she has a podcast with her daughter, Shanice. And in that podcast, they interview different people and things of that nature. And the most recent interview that she had was with The Game, which is Shanice's baby daddy, right? Which I kind of have mixed feelings about that, but that's neither here nor there for now. So Shaunie announced that, Basketball Wives will be no more. So there's no more Basketball Wives franchise. And I kind of wanted to tap into that energy just to kind of see what's next, and what is like the main reason for the change, right? I do think intuitively part of the reason why Shaunie O'Neal is no longer doing Basketball Wives is because she is married to a pastor. And I think she wants to focus more on that, like being the pastor's wife. Not saying that that's all she's going to do, but a part of me, and this is intuitively, again, everything that I am saying is allegedly. Remember, I don't know any of these people personally, right? So do not take anything I say personal. Don't take it as the end all be all, because it's not. I don't know these people, nor do they know me. But one thing I will say is this. I do feel like the reason why Shaunie O'Neal, part of the reason why Shaunie O'Neal is not, it's a little bit of drama. It's a little bit of drama. It's going to get a little messy. Hi to everybody coming in the chat. Greetings. How y'all doing? So yeah, so I do feel like part of the reason why Shaunie O'Neal, hey y'all, hey, hi you guys. All right, let me quickly say hi before I start going into my little thing here. Hi everyone, hi Adam, hi T, hi Junior Gonzalez, hi to everyone in the chat. You guys see the title, okay? So we are focusing on a little bit of, it's gonna get a little messy. But we're focusing on Shaunie O'Neal announcing that Basketball Wives is no longer a thing. So there's not going to be any new season of Basketball Wives. So for those of you that are not into Basketball Wives, you might want to click out this live because I'm going to be talking about Basketball Wives. I'm going to be doing a tarot reading on The Game and Evelyn Lozada. If you guys... Okay, we're back. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened. Can you guys see me? Can y'all hear me? I'm back. I don't know. For some reason, my live cut off. Is it because I'm talking about Shaunie? What? I hope not. I hope not. I hope not. I hope it's not because I was talking about Shaunie. Anywho, So yeah, so I do feel like, first of all, before I even get started, I want to know, can you guys hear and see me? Can you hear? If you can hear and see me, just say yes or put a 1 in the chat or whatever it is that they do. If you guys can hear and see me, specifically hear me. Can y'all hear me? I hope y'all can hear me. Oh my gosh. That's never happened to me before. Can you guys hear me? Can you just let me know if you can hear me before I get started? Hi. Because my live stream ended abruptly for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. But I want to make sure you guys can hear and see me. So let me know if y'all can hear and see me. Let me know. Let me know. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you guys, can somebody please let me know if y'all can hear and see me? Well, I know you can see me, but can you hear me? The only reason why I'm asking is because my live was ended abruptly and I just resumed it. So I want to make sure the sound is also good. Somebody please put something in the chat. Yes. Okay, great. Perfect. Okay. So so what I was saying is, if you guys don't want to hear nothing about Basketball Wives, because this specific tarot reading, I'm going to use, my gold playing cards, right? So this is what I'm going to be using. But if you guys don't want to hear about Basketball Wives, it is going to get a little bit messy. If y'all don't want to hear about that and you're not interested in that, this is not the live for you. I have plenty of other lives that you can watch. But for this live, we're going to be focusing on Evelyn Lozada and the game, and Shaunie O'Neal announcing the end of Basketball Wives franchise. Okay. So yeah, so what I was saying is, part of the reason, thank you. So part of the reason I feel intuitively that Shaunie has chosen to end Basketball Wives is because she is a wife. If you guys don't know, she remarried and her husband is a pastor. And I feel like she wants to more so align and kind of, I don't want to say rebrand herself, but I feel like she's a part of her has outgrown Basketball Wives, like the drama and the fighting and the bickering and the, backstabbing and, tea being spilled, like the gossip and all of that comes along with it. A part of me feels like she's kind of outgrown that. And now that she is a wife to a pastor, she is technically a pastor's wife. That comes with a lot of responsibilities. And, she has to really manage her image a little bit better and kind of like clean the slate with her image. And it's not really, it wouldn't make sense for her to be involved in like a franchise that, is kind of based on drama and gossip when she is the wife of a pastor who is, technically leading people to salvation. And I use that word loosely. So I think that's intuitively, that is part of the reason why she's decided to kind of step away from Basketball Wives. Okay. So that's that. The next thing that I wanted to really tap into, which is going to be the primary focus of this reading, is, I don't know if you guys know that Evelyn Lozada and Shanice have a podcast called Drop the Low. Okay. They have a podcast called Drop the Low on YouTube. You can find it. Like Drop the Location, it's short, Drop the Low. And they recently interviewed the game, which the game, Evelyn Lozada is one of the cast members of Basketball Wives. So that's why I kind of tied the two together. So the game is Evelyn's daughter's baby daddy. So Shaunie's had a baby with the game, and I think the child is probably like a few months old or whatever. So they recently interviewed him. And in this interview, I was getting an energy, you guys. And if you guys have not watched the interview, I do suggest you go watch it. So, I'm going to give them a little, a little shout out, because I actually like the Drop the Low podcast. So if you guys want to watch it, you can go ahead and watch it. There's a part 1 and part 2. So In total, I think the interview was about close to 4 hours because each video was like an hour and a half. So definitely check out part one. And I want you to, after you check out part one, check out part two, and you can kind of skim through it. But I want you to watch it with like your first eye, right? And let me know if y'all pick up what I'm picking up energetically, okay? I'm picking up between those two, between Evelyn and the game, not necessarily the daughter and the game, but between Evelyn and the game, if you guys are picking up on the energy that I've been picking up on. Just watching it, watching body language. Remember, body language says a lot. It says a lot. It's nonverbal. It's a nonverbal cue. So if you are just aware and you're watching someone's body language, you can tell if they're nervous. You can tell if they're lying, if they're telling the truth for the most part. You can tell if they're uncomfortable, like they kind of give off a certain body language. When y'all watch this, when you guys watch the interview that she does, that Evelyn does with the game, watch his body language, watch her body language, even the thumbnail. And I wanted to show y'all the, I wanted to actually pull it up on my other phone, but I think I forgot my password because now the phone is locked. But I wanted to show you guys, let me see if I get my other phone, hold on. Because I want to show you guys their body language. The body language is so, it's almost cringy a little bit. You know, it's weird. So let's tap in. I do want to see what's the energy between Evelyn Lozada and the game. So this reading is going to be focusing on that. I am using just regular playing cards. They're gold cards. I think it's like limited edition. I got it from, I forget what store. I was like shopping for something else and I just so happened to see it and I was like, oh, these are cool, you know, gold playing cards, and I do use them to do readings. Okay, oh my god, I really want to show you guys the thumbnail. But let's tap into Evelyn Lozada and the game. What is the energy, current energy between Evelyn Lozada and the game? And again, my disclaimer is that I don't know any of these people personally, you guys, so don't take anything I say as the end-all be-all. I'm simply using my intuition and the messages that I'm picking up on in the cards, okay? So everything I'm saying is obviously allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, okay? So make sure you guys are liking the video, like the live as you come in. All right, like the live. All right. Show me the energy between, oh, before I even do that. Show me the energy between Evelyn Lozada and the game. Show me both of their energies. Show me Evelyn Lozada and the game. All right, so we have the Four of Diamonds, okay? So this gives me a business partnership. All right, thank you. This gives me a business partnership here. This is them. The four represents stability, something stable. So there is a long-term friendship here. They have been friends for a very long time. Their friendship is pretty practical. Like, it's not like a deep friendship where they're like best friends. I feel like this is more of a practical friendship, okay? Where it's like, you know, they've known each other for a long time. They've seen each other in passing over the years, and they've developed, you know, a real a rapport. And now that the game has had a baby with Evelyn's daughter, he is now a part of the family, okay? So this is blended family. The Four of Pentacles, which is the Four of Diamonds. Four of Diamonds talks about money, abundance, anything tied to business and like the material world, right? So I do feel like they do have a grounding, very solid type of friendship between the game and Evelyn that is possibly based surrounding business and things like that, okay? They make money together to a certain degree. But I don't feel like it's something that's like ongoing. Okay, let me see if it's, because I wanted to show you guys. Let me see if it'll let me. Okay, I was able to get in. Let me show you guys this real quick. I'm pulling up on my other phone. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. I want to show you guys the body language, because body language says a lot. Okay? And people may not think it's a big deal. And to most, it might not be a big deal, but I'm just like, huh. My spidey senses was going off when I was watching the interview and looking at this picture. So I want y'all to see the thumbnail. Oh my God, can I make this bigger? Ugh, I don't think I could make it bigger. But do you guys see? Look at this picture here. Let me know if y'all can see that. Can y'all see that? So this is Evelyn here, the game, and this is Shaunie's. He has a baby with her. So this is the mother of his child. This is technically the grandma, right? But Evelyn and the game are closer in age, okay? So I believe the game is 46. Evelyn just turned 50. Look at the body language, y'all. Look at the body language. Look at the body language. Do you see how the game is like leaned into Evelyn? This is the part 1 thumbnail. And the part 2 thumbnail is the same thing. Well, this is part 1 and this is part 2. So in part 1, in the thumbnail, you see how he's leaned into her, into Evelyn? Do y'all see that? There's like no attachment to the mother of his child. None. This is Shaunie right here. Shanice, not Shaunie, Shanice. This is Evelyn's daughter, Shanice, right here. This is the game. This is Evelyn, which is her mother. Leaned into her. Second thumbnail, the same exact thing. He's damn near in her. He's damn near in her bosom. The game is leaned over so much to Evelyn. He is damn near in her bosom, y'all. Like, do y'all see? Listen, I'm not trying to be messy, but you guys, body language doesn't lie, y'all. Look at this. This is the mother of his child. There is like literally a big gaping space between the game and Shanice. Leaned all the way over into the mom. Same thing here. All I know is my mom and my ex-husband, whom I've shared a child with, they are not that close, and they would not take a picture like that. Do you see? He is so leaned into Evelyn. It's like he's into this lady. He is very into her. And if you watch the interview, he was flirting with her many times throughout the interview, y'all. Like, this is not a conspiracy. This is not me looking into it. Anyone with an eye can see. Watch the interview, and y'all come back to this live and leave your comments and let me know what you think. But let's continue. So show me Evelyn's energy and the game. What else between Evelyn and the game? Can I have the cards face up, please? The Six of Hearts, okay? So the Six of Hearts could talk about many things. This can talk about nostalgic energy between the two. This does talk about love between Evelyn and the game, okay? The Six of Hearts. This talks about love. This talks about nostalgia. The six is a number of Venus. Venus talks about love, sexuality, romantic energy, okay? The 6 is also associated with Friday, which is today's Friday, so happy Venus Day. But the Six of Heart, there's a creep in your chat. Is there? As long as they aren't cursing, it's fine. As long as they aren't cursing, it's fine, and YouTube will keep the live going. Okay. So yeah. So the next card that came out is the Six of Hearts. So I feel like the Six of Hearts, it does talk about there is a deep bond between the game and Evelyn Lozada. I feel like more than they let on publicly, there is genuine love between the two. This could talk about sexual energy, but it doesn't necessarily mean that, right? Because I do feel like, men and women obviously can be friends, right? There is an underlying attraction between the two. And it's mutual. The six is a mutual energy, right? So think of this as the Six of Cups in the traditional tarot deck. So if we're reading the Six of Hearts like the Six of Cups, one could say that they've definitely known each other for many years, like decades even, okay, possibly 20 years plus. They have developed a bond, and the bond has deepened, obviously, because he has a child with her daughter. But this can also talk about possible sexual energy or some type of romantic relationship. Okay. And the relationship could involve someone feeling like they're stabbed in the back. We have the 10 of spades on the bottom. So there is a energy of secrecy here. There's an energy of backstabbing. So this could be multiple people. I'm getting multiple things. This could be Shanice, not necessarily voicing how she feels about, because I don't feel like Shanice is happy with the friendship that Evelyn and the game has. I don't. And you'll see that more if you do end up watching the interview. It's a Drop the Low interview where they interview the game. If you watch that, watch the energy between Shanice and the game. I do feel like you are mixed with I do feel like Shanice is not too approving of her mother and her baby daddy being so close. I do feel like it makes her uncomfortable, but she's so good at coping and at masking how she feels and kind of playing like, oh, that it's almost like she doesn't want to disrespect her mom. She doesn't want to make her mother feel uncomfortable, but her mother is and her baby daddy are making her feel uncomfortable. And there's a part of her that is still growing as a woman, even though she's well into her 30s. Girl, you kind of late to the game. I do feel like there's a part of her that is growing where she is maybe not wanting to go against her mom or speak out against her mom. Okay. But this is the energy between the game and Evelyn, you guys. So let's keep going. What else? Show me Evelyn and the game. Evelyn and Jason. His name is Jason. So show me Evelyn and Jason. Okay. So this is Jason. Look at Jason, and the J of Hearts comes out. He is smitten with her. Jason has a crush on Evelyn. Jason has a puppy dog, little boy. Remember, the Jack is a younger man, which the game is younger than Evelyn. They're about 4 years. There's like a 4 or 5 year difference between the two. Okay. But look at that. As soon as I said Jason, the Jack of Hearts comes out. So this is definitely Jason's energy, aka the game's energy. The Jack of Hearts. The Jack of Hearts is like the Knight of Hearts. Almost a little bit naive, very quick to fall in love. Okay, quick to commit, quick to fall in love, but can sometimes be immature, right? So this is like a younger guy, older woman. I do feel like he has a crush on her. The Hearts is like, he is very fond of Evelyn, y'all. He has a crush on her, and he's had a crush on her for many years. That's what I'm getting intuitively. Everything I'm saying is for entertainment purposes only. What else? Yeah, Jason is like, he tried to charm his way into her heart back in the day. When he was younger, when he was a younger man, possibly in his late 20s, early 30s. Okay, so if he was 30, she was probably like 34, 35. She's only a few years older than him, not that much older than him, just a few years. So they were kind of peers, but he is younger. I do feel like when he was a bit younger, he was fond of Evelyn and possibly even tried to charm his way into her bedroom. Okay, this is giving me sexual energy, romantic, right? The Jack has like the, if you look at, I'm being called to draw into his mustache. So he has like the, you know how the French men have like the curly mustache where the ends curl up, and it's like wee wee. It's almost like he's trying to woo himself, and like I heard Casanova. Okay, so he was trying to be like the Casanova, the cool young guy to Evelyn, right? In her younger years. And I feel like he may have gotten what he wanted back in the day from Evelyn, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. Just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We're going to clarify this with some traditional tarot decks, but that's what I'm getting so far. What else? What else? Show me Jason and Evelyn. Okay. So there was a break. The Five of Spades. The Five of Spades talks about someone walking away, possibly. Okay, so maybe like he tried to pursue Evelyn and she shut it down. She shut it down for whatever reason. She probably felt like, you know, maybe like I'm too old for you, or you're not in my league. And I feel like Evelyn was kind of like, boy, I've known you for so long. Like, I don't even look at you like that. Like, like, no, we're not going to take it there. I love you. I got love for you. But I do feel like there was something here, but someone stopped speaking to the other for whatever reason. There was a change in their relationship. And this baby has brought the game and Evelyn back into each other's lives. Because there was a period of like, because the Five of Spades talks about a loss, okay? Talks about someone cutting something off, possibly not speaking to someone, or there's some type of loss somewhere, okay? So the five also talks about changes. So there was a change in their relationship, okay? I feel like they're, you know, he probably made a pass at her. She rejected him, and he kind of stopped speaking to her. He felt a little bit bitter about that. He felt a little bit bitter, and he stopped speaking to her, and she kind of just, you know, not necessarily like stopped speaking to him because, you know, they had a falling out, but I feel like Game was kind of like, his ego was a little bit bruised, and he stopped speaking to her, and she just kind of like, okay, well, whatever. But now that they have a baby together, okay, now that they have a baby together, the baby has brought them back into each other's lives. And now they're going to be in each other's lives forever because there's a baby involved. So now they're technically family, okay? What else? Show me Evelyn and the game. I think I'm going to end this live and do a part 2 because for some reason I can't see. I really can't see like your comments and stuff. I might end this live and restart it, which I really don't want to do, but I might do that. Show me Evelyn, Lozada, and the game. The Three of Hearts, y'all. So far, we have the Six of Hearts, the Jack of Hearts, the Three of Hearts. These is 3 cards of the same suit. There's definitely love here. There was some romantic energy here. The 3 can talk about a partnership or, you know, people coming together. The 3 can also talk about the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups energy would be the Three of Hearts. This talks about some type of celebratory energy. This can also talk about possible cheating. Y'all, this can talk about possible cheating, someone feeling like they were done wrong and kind of left out in the cold. This could also talk about Evelyn and the game possibly being with each other in a romantic way. What else? Clarify the three. Well, we'll clarify that later. Let's keep going. Show me Evelyn and Jason. The Five of Clubs. So the Five of Clubs can talk about some competition, some competitive energy here. Jason was competing for Evelyn's attention. Okay, so what I'm picking up on energetically is that I don't feel like right now Jason is actively attempting to pursue Evelyn because he knows that it would just be totally inappropriate right now. I mean, if people were to get wind of this, if the blogs were to get wind of anything romantic happening between Evelyn and the game, whether presently or in the past, it is going to blow the internet up. It's going to be very messy. It's going to be damn near a PR nightmare, okay? But I do feel like when the game was younger, he pursued Evelyn, y'all. He pursued her. He got rejected. The possible reason for rejection could have been the game was competing with other men for Evelyn's attention. Okay, Evelyn was on Basketball Wives, right? She's one of the stars of Basketball Wives, one of the OGs of Basketball Wives. Okay, she was on the very first episode of Basketball Wives, and there was some competitive energy. The game had to compete with other men for Evelyn's attention. So that could have been part of the reason why Evelyn rejected him, because she felt like she had better suitors. She had better suitors, okay? She had other men gifting her things, okay? We got the three-leaf clover. She had other men giving her things financially, taking her out to dinner, wining and dining her, courting her. She really did not have time to exclusively date the game, although he tried to. Allegedly, according to the tarot. I am simply a tarot reader. Do not take anything I say as the end all be all. This is all for entertainment purposes only. Show me Evelyn and Jason. What else? Thank you so much for liking the video. Share this live. Share the live as well, please. I'd really appreciate that. Show me Evelyn and the game. All right, so we have the Three of Clubs. We have the Three of Clubs. The Ace of Clubs. So now these are action cards. So we have some competitive energy, and then we have long-term friendship. They have been friends for a very long time. They've known each other for, not necessarily friends, but they've known each other for a very long time. That is being confirmed here with the Three of Clubs. The Three of Clubs talks about longevity, okay? The three is coming out again. This is also some type of partnership. There is some type of triangulation, y'all. And I know this is going to sound a little crazy. And I promise I'm trying to be as unmessy as possible, but still being messy. You guys. The 3-3 is here. The 3 is like, this is some type of triangulation. Now, I'm not saying that, because I know a lot of people have accused them of like having threesomes and things like that. I don't feel like it's that. I don't feel like it's no crazy shit like that. I really don't. But I do feel like there has been some triangulation. Okay, so we have the 3 here twice. There is some triangulation between Evelyn, Shanice, and the game. And there's a competitive energy here. The way the cards are, it's like we have the 3, the 5, and then the 3 again. So the 3s are on the side. So this is collaborative. This is some type of triangulation, people working together. But then smack dab in the middle is this 5 of clubs. The 5 of clubs is competition. The 5 of clubs could even be fighting, bickering, okay, some type of competitive energy there. So it's either, and I don't feel like it's the daughter competing with the mom. I feel like it's more so the mom competing with the daughter, and not necessarily her daughter as a person. I feel like it's more like her daughter's youth, if that makes sense. Okay. I feel like there is a part of her that, and she may not even be aware that she's doing this, right? This could be subconscious. And remember, you guys really have to watch the podcast where they interview the game, and you will see exactly, it'll all make sense. You got to watch it. It would take too long for me to kind of play it here. I mean, I could kind of play a little bit. Let me see. I could play a little clip. I could play a little clip of the interview. I don't think YouTube would strike me down for that. I don't think it would be a copyright issue. I'm going to see if I could kind of skip to
Please mom.
Hold
like,
on.
Oh my God. Like, so
let me see if I can play y'all a little clip. Hold on.
Whenever I post him, people don't.
It's kind of fast forward.
Foundation for like your soul is.
At God sometimes, because I'm like, it's really interesting the kids that he gives you, right? And the fact that I gave birth to like a yogi is always funny to me, because we're the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm very much like you, because we are Sagittarius and we are bullheaded. So Shanice is blessed because you got 2 Sagittarius around you.
But I had to be the opposite.
You're right. You're right. You're right. And we look at you like you're crazy sometimes.
Yeah, and me,
we look at you like you're crazy sometimes. This is the mom talking to Shaunie. And remember, a lot of times when people laugh things off, it's almost like to kind of downplay your feelings, like try to make light of the situation, because this looks cringe. I'm not going to lie to you. As you watch this interview, this looks a little cringe. Not going to lie.
Same way. Like, we talk every day, every other day.
He talks to Evelyn Lozada every day, every other day, because you like her. You are attracted to her. He spent damn near the whole interview, part 1 and part 2, complimenting Evelyn about how she looks, how sexy she is. He said on multiple occasions that she was sexy for her age when you guys are peers. So it's like, why do you keep having to say, you're sexy, you're so sexy? I mean, look at you, you're 50, you're sexy. But you're 46. Like, y'all are peers. It's not like she's like 60 and you're 46. You're 46 and she just turned 50. And he keeps referencing how good she looks, how sexy she is. And never, not once, does he compliment the mother of his child, whom he shares a child with that's a few months old. It's just, I'm trying to get to the part where
bumping around the
she's like,
just like not knowing life looks
Air on a few things.
Uh-oh.
Right? We're going to go down the rumor mill.
Okay.
Off the top of my head.
And this was so cringy. Look what the daughter does. Look what the daughter does.
Well, think about that and ever, like when the air.
It's so cringe. Oh God.
Right. I think about it.
I'm trying to fast forward. You guys bear with me.
Obviously, best friends, and I know Tiff like the back of my hand.
Most people look at a baby,
but that's what happens when she's absolutely beautiful.
Train on us, so we would go there together.
Hold on, found it. Look how cringy this is. Listen to the question that she asked. Listen to the daughter ask this question during the interview.
And I know that, so I started even feeling like, dang, she's getting dragged into this, cause
right.
So I mean, I try not to really talk about it too much, because it's like I understand and respect that she's private and doing her thing. But when I did the shade room, I responded because I'm like, let me just clear the air.
Okay, next one. Did you ever have sex with my mom? And did we ever have a threesome with
that? Yo, that is absurd.
Why would you ask that question? It would never cross my mind to ask anyone that I'm dating, any man that I'm dating, did you ever sleep with my mom? That is so cringy to ask, even on a personal level where there's no cameras, No cameras, no nothing. This is just me and her talking, I would never ask my mother if she slept with my man. And not only is Shaunie's doing that, but she's doing that almost to convince us as the audience that there's nothing sexual happening between her mother and the game. The cringe level is 1,000, y'all. 1,000. Trigger warning. The cringe level is 1,000. Why would you ask him this on a public platform? This is going to live on the internet forever. So even if they take this interview down or they trim this part out, someone is screen recording it. Someone is doing exactly what I'm doing now, playing it on live. This is going to live on the internet forever. Why? For the life of me, would you ask your baby daddy, have you ever slept with my mom? Have we ever had a threesome? Let's clear the air. What?
That shit.
No.
Hey,
It was he ran a train on us, so
yeah,
we
did
were
you
both
ever
there
run a train
together.
on us?
That would I damn near did a Prince and walked off
I'm
set.
sorry, I have to ask the
Yo,
question.
The thing
Did
about
you
it,
ever-
hey, yo, and by the way,
He's lying. Y'all, he's lying. Hold on. Have the game and Evelyn Lozada ever had any sexual encounters, past or present? Have the game and Evelyn Lozada ever had any sexual encounters? Can I get a clear yes or no? Because I don't believe him. I don't believe him. We have the diamond cards. The 10 of diamonds, the 9 of diamonds. It's not a no. It's more so leaning towards a yes. Look at this. The bottom cards is the 9 of spades, the 10 of hearts. The 9 of spades is someone feeling like they're stabbed in the back. Someone feeling like they're having to defend themselves. I feel like this is Shanice. The 10 of diamonds talks about materialism, okay? Wealth and all of that. Because it's more so giving me a maybe. So it's kind of like, even in secret, it's like the spirits don't want to reveal. But we're going to get to the bottom of this because I'm going to clarify this. Oh, I'm going to clarify this. Trust and believe me. I'm going to clarify this with some tarot. But the 9 and the 10, the 10 came out first. The 10 of diamonds came out first. And then the 9 of diamonds. So I feel like if they did sleep together, it was transactional. And I'm not saying necessarily that he gave her like, oh, I'm going to give you money to sleep with me. No, I feel like it was more so like you have to buy your way almost into my panties. Okay. Meaning like Evelyn, she was the it girl. She's on Basketball Wives. She's young. She's younger. She's beautiful. I mean, even at 50, she does look great. Evelyn Lozada looks amazing for 50. I can't take that from her. The game, he looks okay for 46. He looks good too. But like for a 50-year-old, she doesn't look like your average 50-year-old. So I will give her that. I do feel like Evelyn was like, you're younger than me. Like, what you gonna do? What you got? You ain't got no real money like that. Because Evelyn is used to dating men that are basketball players that make multi-millions. Game is not broke, but he's not making the kind of money that basketball players are making. He's certainly not making the kind of money that baseball players are making, right? So I do feel like if they were involved sexually, that it was more transactional. Like it wasn't, oh my God, I want you so much. I love you. Like, yes, they have love for each other now because they are technically family, but I don't feel like it was that. I feel like it was more like a transactional type of thing. Like, okay, we did this one time. We're not going to tell anyone. We're going to keep this to ourselves. And we just going to, damn near. I think they both signed NDAs. I just heard that, like NDAs. I think they both signed NDAs that we're not going to speak on this and we are going to deny. But the nine of pentacles, the 9 of diamonds and the 10 of diamonds are definitely yes cards. But the diamond is kind of giving me like if they were involved romantically, sexually, that it was more of a transactional thing. Like it wasn't like, oh, we're madly in love and, you know, we're with each other. It was kind of more like lusty type of energy, if that makes sense. Okay. But yeah.
Bro, let me know. I mean, I'll let you know. Evelyn is a 50-year-old grandma. She's absolutely beautiful. Just so you know, right? But never, what is it? Never have I ever.
Drive into the new year with renewed confidence. Never have I ever. Boy. Boy.
Yeah.
Like never. And we don't even give each other those type of type of energy, those type of vibes. Number one, it's fucking disgusting. Number two, we are like a hard, like a dope ass gangster little family outside of like Star Child here. But yeah, like that's not our vibe, man.
Right.
It's just not our vibe.
Usually when you hear crazy things, right? So like you sitting on his lap at the age of 12, which you were going to what, St. Dominic's in the Bronx? Like, I don't even know if I traveled to LA at that point.
Yeah.
The point is that we don't know where that rumor started, right?
Yeah.
But this one, I know where that rumor started.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just thought like, but I thought it was so funny that nobody addressed anything, nobody said anything, because I feel like when someone is going in on you and they don't even know who the fuck you are, never met you, like somebody not responding to you, to me, is like the ultimate response.
It is. It's like literally like putting hands on you when you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like some of this shit is so off the wall. Like you literally have to like just.
There's nothing off the wall about it. Y'all were openly flirting with each other in that interview. The whole interview. Give me 1 second, you guys. I am going to get my other tarot cards. Is it here? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. Bear with me. I'm just grabbing my other tarot deck. Okay, I'm back. Y'all. All right, so we are going to... Oh, not my thing turned off. So we're going to clarify this with some tarot. Oh no, my ring light died, you guys. I had a little ring light connected to the phone, but it died. Okay, so let's clarify. I want to clarify the 3 of Hearts. Show me the 3 of Hearts. Clarify the 3 of Hearts. Give me a clear and accurate message for Evelyn, Lozada, and Jason, aka The Game. Clarify this message. The Page of Cups. It's almost like this is him. He was like, a part of me feels like Jason could have been like back in the day. Because this is younger energy, right? So we have the page here, which is younger energy. But remember, earlier in the reading, we had the Jack, right? We had the Jack of Hearts that came out. These are young energy, young boy vibes, right? And the Game is kind of like that. Like, even though the Game is 46, okay? He looks 46, you know, he has gray hairs and all that. Like, he looks like he's aged. But his aesthetic, the way that he dresses and things like that. It's almost like he's still holding on to that 26-year-old version of him. All right. And he's also showing up as the page. Even in the reading, he's showing there's no kings that came out yet. Okay. We're going to keep shuffling, but no kings have come out yet. This man is still young at heart, young at mind, very young in the way that he views relationships, love, and things like that. So the Page of Cups, clarifying the Three of Hearts, this was an offer. He was pursuing Evelyn back in the day, is what I'm getting. He did pursue her. He could have even told her, I love you. He could have even said, like, I love you. I've had a crush on you for so long. I know you're older than me, and I just think you're beautiful. Like, this is him offering something, right? The page offers, okay? So there was an offer. There was a proposal of sorts. Like, I want to be with you. Let's be together. Okay. And this is Evelyn at the bottom. Evelyn was in her bag, independent. She was on Basketball Wives. Okay. I don't know why so I'm not getting currently, but I'm getting when they were like, maybe Evelyn could have been in like her mid to late 30s. And Jason was in his early 30s when this happened. So this is when Evelyn was really getting to the bag. This is when her money was up. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles is an independent woman. She got her own money, own house, own car, great credit. Remember the infamous scene of Evelyn on Basketball Wives patting her coochie like, I got good coochie, good credit, and a big house, and any man would want to be with me because I got good coochie. You remember when she was patting her coochie, saying all that? So that's what comes to mind. I feel like when this proposal was made to Evelyn by the game, this is when she was much younger and definitely getting to the money. This is when she was very financially stable. Not saying that she's not well off now, but she was really getting that Basketball Wives money back then. Okay. Because that's the bottom card. Can I get one more clarifier for the Three of Hearts? One more clarifier for the Three of Hearts. As you come in, like the video. Ooh, so the both cards came out. One came out face up and the other one came out face down. So the card that came out face up is the Queen of Wands. He definitely found her attractive. He found Evelyn very attractive. Evelyn is a Sagittarius. The Queen of Wands is a fire sign. So Sagittarius, Aries, and what's the other fire sign? Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. Okay, so I do feel like this is Evelyn here, very attractive, a go-getter, and he was attracted to that. The game, remember, the game is attracted to older women. The mother of his first child, she's an older woman. I think she was like maybe 5, 6 years or 7 years older than him. So he's been attracted to older women. And I think what attracts him about older women, two things. I feel like there is some mother issues there. Two, he's attracted to women that are already established, that are go-getters, that are hustlers, that are ambitious. He's attracted to that, okay? And he found her attractive and still does. And this is out of his own mouth. This is not even the tarot. This is out of Game's own mouth. He has said on numerous occasions that he finds Evelyn Lozada sexy, attractive. She looks good. She has an amazing body and all kinds of things. But not one time did he give the actual mother of his children that same type of compliments or energy. Just saying. Y'all, competition. I'm telling you. It's almost like Evelyn, not Shanice. Evelyn is subconsciously, she may not even be aware that she's doing this, but she is like in competition Can y'all hear me now? Y'all can hear me now. Okay. My bad, you guys. I was talking. I was doing all this talking, running my mouth. And y'all didn't even see the, you ain't even see the, what you call it? Okay. Y'all can hear me now. So the next card that came out, okay, so what I was saying about the Five of Wands is that I feel like the Five of Wands, I'm getting two different things with this. The Five of Wands is a competitive energy. So there could have been some competitive energy between Shanice and Evelyn as Shanice got older. Because remember, Evelyn is a young mom, right? So she had Shanice when she was very young. I think she had her at like 16 or 17. So they're somewhat close in age, closer than most parent and child parent would be. Okay, we're gonna time you out because I don't know what the hell you talking about. Like, what? What are you talking about? I'm gonna turn the light on so y'all can see. There we go, so you guys can see me. So I do feel like this talks about competitive energy, okay? So there was some type of competitive energy between Evelyn and Shanice. And I also feel like Shanice could have seen her mom fighting with her men in relationships. Remember, if you guys remember, Evelyn accused, well, not accused because we know this, so it's not allegedly what I'm about to say. She was assaulted by Chad Ochocinco. She dated Chad Ochocinco and was also married to him. And I think they were married for like a few months and she got a divorce because of domestic violence. So Shanice could have been subjected to her mother being very aggressive, fighting with men. She could have been, exposed to fighting, bickering, seeing her mother kind of go back and forth with different people. And I feel like there's a part of Shanice that is traumatized by that, okay? Where she now has to be so resilient that she almost has to be like very calm, very like, even tone, very neutral, okay? I wouldn't necessarily say that Shanice is calm, but she has to have almost like a very neutral type of energy because she knows how her mom can get. She knows her mom could get fired up and it could go from 0 to 10 real quick. It could go from talking, it could go from the Queen of Swords to the Five of Wands real quick. We go from talking about it to now we're going for blows, right? Okay. So I feel like Shanice, because she's subjected to that and she saw, not saying that Evelyn hit her daughter, but she could have seen her mother be aggressive with men and vice versa, and men be aggressive with her mom, that she in fight or flight mode, she's like, you know what? I need to be neutral and I need to just not say anything. So to the viewer, to the average viewer, it could look like Shanice is very calm and understanding and soft-spoken and poised, whereas I'm seeing it as this is a defense mechanism. Shanice is this way because she had to be. And she even says that herself. You and my baby daddy are so much alike that when Jason does things that I don't agree with, I'm kind of used to it because you're like that. She says something along those lines to her mother. Okay. So I do feel like, there was some competitive energy there. I do feel like Evelyn was very straightforward with Jason. So if there was anything romantic, like if he was trying to court her back in the day, she was like, okay, if you want to be with me, what can you offer me? Like it was very transactional. All right, what else? And then I'm going to close out the reading, you guys. I hope you guys liked it. Thank you so much for joining the live. Yeah, we have the Judgment card. Okay. We have the Judgment card here. So this is divine intervention, someone calling something out. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles coming out twice. So we have the 10 of Pentacles here. And we originally had the 10 of Diamonds, you guys. There's 3 cards that came out in different suits confirming each other. So ultimately, I feel like doesn't really give sexual energy, but there was, I'm professing my love to you. She shuts him down and he kind of flirts and toys with that. There was a part of his ego that was bruised. And I almost feel like he got with the daughter subconsciously to get back at Evelyn for rejecting him those many years ago. You guys, make sure you guys watch the interview. It's part 1 and part 2. Watch your interview and let me know what y'all think. Make sure you guys come back in the live. Leave your comments. Let me know what you guys think, because, yeah. All right, what else? Give me a closing message here. So the judgment card, I feel like someone was the voice of reason. Whether it was Evelyn or maybe Jason was like, you know what? We can't do this. Or if, you know, if they did have anything going on, like, it was like, okay, this is just a one-time thing. We could never talk about this and we could never do this again, okay? The judgment talks about morality, okay? This is morality. This is something happening to... It's almost like sounding off the trumpet, sounding off the alarm, okay? Like, this isn't right. We need to make this right. We need to do the right thing, okay? What else for Jason and Evelyn? And then we'll close this out. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Evelyn was like, the game, you don't have enough money for me. I can't be with you. I can't take you serious. You don't have enough money. So ultimately, do I feel like there was some sexual energy between the game and Evelyn? Yes. Do I feel like they necessarily had sex? No, I don't. I don't necessarily feel like they did. They could have been close to it, but I feel like ultimately Evelyn was like, you don't have enough money for me. You just don't have enough for me. And I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying?
Sip your tea and keep on going on with your day, because to address it with like it doesn't need to be addressed. It's so disturbing that someone would even drum that up and actually like literally like try to throw that into a public forum or a public space, that it's just like, you know,
Disgusting.
it is. It truly is.
It's not disgusting. Let's stop. It's not. It could be disgusting to them, but it's not far-fetched. And again, y'all, look at the body language. Look at the game in the middle. Who is he leaning towards in both pictures in the thumbnail? And why would you choose that as a thumbnail? Whoever chose this thumbnail, why would you choose it? Like, it's almost like the person chose this thumbnail to be messy. Because why would you choose this thumbnail? Look at that. Who's he leaning towards? This is the mother of his child. He just had a baby with her. And he is, I'm telling you, he's like so leaned over into Evelyn. And no, this picture is not a copy and paste. They took this picture together sitting on the couch. They took one sitting down on the couch, and then they took one standing up. The first one is where they're all standing there, and the second one is where they're sitting on the couch. Body language says it all. That's all I'm saying. All right, so we have the Two of Pentacles. There's definitely, they've definitely done business together in the past, or they're doing business presently. Yeah, they're doing business together. Evelyn and the game, there's money. There's money involved here. Now that, you know, Evelyn is the grandmother of their baby, I do feel like there is wills being drawn up to include the new baby into the game's money, right? So that if he were to pass, money would be left over. And he does talk about that in the reading as well. But look at all of these pentacle cards. Their reading today was consistently pentacles and cups and hearts, and, you know, yes, there's some type of feelings for each other, but I feel like it's more Jason kind of like admiring Evelyn and having a crush on her, and Evelyn is looking at it more of a transactional thing. Like, okay, what could we do together to make money? How do we get to this 10 of Pentacles, right? So I feel like it's more transactional for Evelyn, whereas for Jason, he really likes this lady, or at least has a major crush on her. Y'all. Okay, thank you so much for joining the live. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for bearing with me, because I was definitely struggle streaming today. My live kept getting cut off. I don't know what the hell is going on, but my live was getting cut off, and But thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you for subscribing. If you want to see more content like this on your favorite celebrities, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'd be happy to have you. Until next time. Bye.